Have you ever noticed something strange? The smartest person in the room is often the quietest. While everyone else rushes to speak, they listen. While others try to prove they're right, they observe. And when they finally say something, everyone pays attention. At first glance, silence looks like insecurity. People assume quiet people lack confidence, ideas, or intelligence. But psychology tells a completely different story. In fact, many highly intelligent people choose silence, not because they have nothing to say, but because they understand something most people don't. Today, we'll explore the hidden psychology behind why smart people stay quiet, what silence reveals about intelligence, and how speaking less can actually make you more influential. Let's begin. Part 1. Silence is not weakness. Our society rewards people who speak loudly. We're taught to answer quickly, share opinions instantly, always have something to say. Social media has only amplified this. The fastest opinion often gets the most attention. But intelligence rarely works that way. Smart people understand that every word has consequences. Once spoken, words can't be taken back. That's why they pause. Not because they're unsure, but because they're thinking. Psychologists call this reflective thinking, the ability to process information before responding instead of reacting emotionally, while others rush to fill silence. Intelligent people use silence as thinking time, and often, that short pause makes all the difference. Part 2. They listen more than they talk. There's an old saying, you learn more by listening than by speaking. When you're talking, you're repeating what you already know. When you're listening, you're collecting new information. Highly intelligent people understand this. Instead of waiting for their turn to speak, they become curious. They ask questions. They observe body language. They notice tone of voice. They hear what people don't say. Listening isn't passive. It's active intelligence. Every conversation becomes data, and over time, those observations create better decisions than endless talking ever could. Part 3. They don't need constant validation. Many conversations aren't really about exchanging ideas. They're competitions. People interrupt, argue, show off knowledge, try to win. Smart people usually avoid this game because they don't need every room to approve them. Their confidence comes from understanding, not attention. Psychologists describe this as internal validation. Your sense of worth comes from your own values rather than other people's reactions. When you no longer need to prove your intelligence, you naturally speak less. Ironically, the less you try to appear smart, the smarter you often seem. Part 4. Silence gives emotional control. Imagine someone insults you. Most people react immediately. They defend themselves, raise their voice, say something they'll later regret. Smart people often do something different. Nothing to at least, not immediately. Why? Because silence interrupts emotion. Neuroscience shows that emotional reactions happen much faster than rational thinking. By pausing, you allow your logical brain to catch up. Silence creates space between feeling and action. That space is where wisdom lives. Not every comment deserves a response. Not every argument deserves your energy. Sometimes, walking away is the strongest answer. Part 5. They understand the power of observation. When you're constantly speaking, you're focused on expressing yourself. When you're quiet, you begin noticing patterns. Who dominates conversations? Who lies? Who exaggerates? Who genuinely cares? Observation reveals things words often hide. Think about detectives, negotiators, psychologists. They spend more time observing than speaking because people reveal themselves naturally. If you simply stay quiet long enough, silence allows truth to appear. Part 6. They choose quality over quantity. Not every opinion needs to be shared. Not every debate deserves participation. Smart people ask themselves 3 questions before speaking. Is it true? Is it useful? Is it necessary? If the answer is no, they remain silent. This doesn't mean avoiding conversations. It means adding value instead of adding noise. Think about the people whose words carry the most weight. They're rarely the ones speaking nonstop. Their opinions matter because they speak with intention, not habit. Part 7. Silence creates influence. Here's one of psychology's most surprising findings. People often pay more attention to those who speak less. Why? Because scarcity creates value. If someone talks constantly, their words become background noise. But when someone rarely speaks, everyone listens. Their silence creates curiosity. Their words gain importance. This is why many respected leaders speak calmly. They don't compete for attention. They command it. Influence isn't about volume. It's about timing. Part 8. Knowing when to speak. Of course, being intelligent doesn't mean staying silent forever. There are moments when speaking is essential. To defend someone, to share knowledge, to express love, to stand against injustice. Silence is powerful, only when it's a choice, not when it's fear. The smartest people know the difference. They stay quiet when words would add nothing, and they speak clearly when silence would cost too much. That's wisdom. So, why do smart people stay quiet? Because they understand that listening teaches more than talking. Thinking is more valuable than reacting. Observation reveals what noise hides, and carefully chosen words carry far more power than endless conversation. Silence isn't empty. It's full of awareness. The next time you feel pressured to speak, pause, listen, observe, because sometimes the strongest voice in the room is the one that doesn't need to be heard all the time. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe for more psychology and self-improvement content, and tell us in the comments. Do you think silence is a sign of intelligence or confidence? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.